and welcome back to Actually Let's Talk About It with me, your host Lily. And today I will be reacting to The Good Bad Mother episode 3. So, episode 2, all you need to know is that Kang-Ho was kind of setting the stage for, in my opinion, his revenge plot. He was trying to make himself look like a very bad and unethical prosecutor that was at the whim of the two men who were responsible for his dad's murder. But I'm thinking that this man is thinking so much further ahead, and he is collecting evidence on each of these men and how to bring them down from the inside out. So that is why he's trying to get in where he can fit in with them. He's engaged to old dude's daughter. He asked the other dude to adopt him legally so that he can inherit his business. And I'm like, this man is really out here plotting on their demise, and they don't even realize it yet. Or so I thought, until he went to go visit his mama that he's been avoiding, and basically asked her to sign the document that would allow him to be legally adopted by the other man who was responsible for killing his father. And then something very uncool happened in episode 2. Like, he all of a sudden, after he drank out of his water bottle that his fiancée gave him, he couldn't drive, and so she was driving, and then she parked at this random, like, overlook kind of viewpoint thing, and the car was kind of like partially near the road, and somehow her scarf flew away, so she had to try to go get it and park the car there. And then he got hit by like this random truck out of nowhere, and then the car went tumbling down the hill. And I'm like, coincidence? I think not. Her father is all over that. This was the same man that threatened him at the dinner table, that he couldn't just kill him and he needed to leave his daughter alone. This man ain't got no good moral compass going on at all. And I know her daddy has something to do with it, and she might have as well, because I know she put something in that drink. I know this. However, we also have the issue of Mi-Joo, aka Kang-Ho's first love, aka most likely his only love, because I know he ain't feeling his fiance. And she has 2 kids. And conveniently, nobody know who the daddy is, not even her own mama. And I'm like, the kids are smart like her and Kang-Ho. The kids look like her and Kang-Ho put together into kids. And they know everybody's business, and they practically know everything going on in their little town. And I'm like, those are definitely Kang-Ho's twins. Like, there's no doubt in my mind that those are his babies. Yeah, that like, Mi-Joo ain't messing around with no other dude, because the only other dude that's her age in the village is old boy that like to steal, and he incarcerated. And she don't like him romantically. They just friends. So yeah, there would be no other person here. But yeah, so we got that mystery pretty much solved, in my opinion. Watch it come out later. I already know. But we're going to let the K-drama do its work. But I already know. Those kids are his. He just doesn't know. And Mi-Joo didn't tell him. That's all I'm going to say. And then we don't know what happened between Kang-Ho and Mi-Joo, because in episode 1, they were all lovey-dovey and all booed up. And then now, fast forward into the present, and they don't talk to each other. And he's not aware that he got kids with her. I don't know what happened, but I'm pretty sure he messed them up in his revenge plot. And like I said in episode 2, Kang-Ho is sacrificing so many portions of himself for this revenge plot. And, like, I'm not sure how it's going to end for him, because he's just sacrificing everything. And I can't really speak to that, because if you were to find out that you were robbed of a parent by unethical people, and the law system that was supposed to protect you and your family from these unethical people allowed it to happen, the same law system that you literally had to sacrifice so much of your childhood and your teenage years and your young adulthood to become a part of, just to be face to face with the unethical monsters who killed your father and made it look like a suicide. Yeah, that would enrage somebody. That would make you hell-bent on getting everybody responsible, including that prosecutor that was in episode 1, because where was he at? He was so unethical and unscrupulous there. But I think that the prosecutor from episode 1 is old girl's dad, if I'm not mistaken. I might need to rewatch that back, but I think so. So yeah, it's just, it ain't cool, y'all. He got so much revenge left to do, and then now that he got this accident, I don't know how his plan going to be able to continue with this accident, because we don't know what it's going to do to him. But yeah, that's where we're at. That was a little recap. So yeah, we're going to get straight into the reaction here. But if you're watching this on YouTube, do not forget to subscribe to the channel, because we are on the road to 300 subscribers. And every day we get a whole heck of a lot closer to that goal. And also don't forget to give the video a good thumbs up, because that helps with the algorithm. It helps it get out to more people. And also leave a comment if you would like to. You don't have to feel obligated to, but if you would like to, you can. And then I lost my train of thought for a minute. Okay, and then the patron shout out does go to Keisha L. Once again, thank you so much for your support. It really does mean a lot here. And without further ado, we are going to get straight into The Good Bad Mother episode 3 and see what it entails for our main character here. And then he's on the breathing machine to help him breathe. Dang, his head is wrapped up. He's just going through it. Yeah, that's not okay. That's gonna build hatred in a child. In anybody. Because she's literally, like, her behavior in somebody who is not as strong-willed as he is, and somebody who's not as mentally strong as he is, could have created an eating disorder. Like, along the lines of anorexia and bulimia, kind of an eating disorder, because of the stupid things that she's doing to him, to where he don't feel comfortable eating around her. He hides it from her and tries to eat secretly in the moments when she's not around. Like, that's not normal for a child to have to do. And the fact that he became so accustomed to it that even in his adulthood, it's still an issue for him. She messed up there. She really messed up there. She messed him up there. And she better apologize for it. She better apologize for it and atone for it properly. Not dying, he's just, in a comatose state while his body heals, because sleep helps the body heal. I knew it. That's what I said. She did it. I said she did it. Stop. He's talking about his own son. That's your seed, sir. I like how she took her talent that she liked to do for her mom and she put it into a business. That's beautiful. It's not a stranger. Yeah, that's her friend. She don't realize it. Oh no, she got caught by her own son. Oh no. Wow. He's getting better day by day. But he's catching up on all the rest he never got.
사고로부터 아주 먼 과거 어린 시절의 기억만 남아있어서 마치 어린 시절로 다시 돌아갔다고나 할까요? 바보.
A 7-year-old, y'all. He is like a 7-year-old right now. He got big ass enemies. He got grown adult enemies, y'all. He got grown adult enemies. He got ops, y'all. K, aka enemies. He got grown adult ops. And he is literally in retrograde amnesia. Like a 7-year-old. And his mama don't even know he got ops. How he gonna survive until he gets his memory back? How he gonna survive? Because I know they gonna be on his head once they figure out he woke up. They gonna try to kill him. And he don't got his memories. He's 7. I knew this revenge plot might come back to bite him, but I didn't think it would come back like this. Hopefully his mother can protect him, because this is crazy.
왜 그래? 어? 너 이제 수액 안 맞아서 밥 안 먹으면 큰일 나. 어? 한 숟가락만 먹자.
Oh, I never thought about that. That's it. That's it for her. He's the extension of the bloodline, but outside of him, there is nobody else. Yes, you are. You worse. This man is a liar. That's not right. He's not stupid. Are you supposed to pray out loud?
같은 엄마로서 누구보다 제 맘 잘 아실 거 아니에요.
I don't think you're supposed to pray out loud. Sir, don't spit it back out. This.
안 되거든요. 저 진짜 독해져야 되거든요.
Oh, you can rely on others. There's nothing wrong with that. And I'm glad that they're putting that in, the strength of a woman, the strength of a mother. Because it's different. She messed him up so bad that even 7-year-old Tim is refusing to eat because of something she said. Yeah, she hurt him bad. And I believe I said it in episode 1, but you gotta be so careful as a parent, the things that you do and the things that you say. Because how it can stay with a child and how it can progress in them as they grow into adults is immeasurable. The fact that even though he lost all his memories from the age of 7 forward, the fact that that saying that she said to him one time stayed with him to where he was starving himself. He wasn't even eating secretly. He was starving himself. Because like she said, if you eat too much, you get full and you get sleepy and you can't study. And that's something that he kept saying over and over again. You know how many times you have to be saying that to yourself for it to become something that you live by that young? So yeah, this is going to be an eye-opener for certain types of parents who do this. Because you need to see what it looks like. You need to see what it looks like so you can make sure you don't make the same mistake. Because it's a mistake to push your kids into exhaustion and to overwork them all for something as ludicrous and idiotic, and I know those are synonyms of each other, as grades and a rank. Your grades and your rank don't matter, really, in the real world. they're not that important. Your education in most real world circumstances is not that important. There are people with no education who are making millions, if not billions of dollars, simply because they have a talent or they know how to market themselves. So education is not end all be all. That's not the sure way to make a quote unquote living. There's so many other ways to do it. And sometimes you have to let your kids be kids. It's not prioritizing them being first in their class or them being first in their city or them being first in the country. Unless that's something they have told you they want to do, not something that you have put on them. Because we see it in his case, how messed up. It did a number on him. It did a number on him to where he couldn't even smile. After he hit middle school, going into high school, he did not smile anymore in the pictures like he used to when he was younger. Because that's how much of a weight the life he was living was. Something to think about, y'all.
목줄 치고 있던 놈 하루아침에 바보로 만들더만 유일한 친구였던 트럭 기사를 자살시킨다. 어때서 이러나?
이해가 안 되는데 네일샵 팔았다며 여기 이 여자가 이 가게 인수했다던데? 에? 아
She gonna make him do it. That's fucked up.
엄마?
That's mean.
엄마?
She's trying to motivate him. She really out here starving him. But tough love sometime, I guess. It'll be the best motivator when you're really hungry. You'll be able to move. This nuts was tired of being hungry. So I got my food and nobody's gonna take it from me. I heard that. Good, but it's getting well into the grand territory. Let me tell you. Because it's the fact that Kang-Ho, he is, even though he does have the mindset of a 7-year-old, he still is going to have the intelligence of him. Because he was already intelligent at 7. So, like, a 7-year-old him is still smarter than the average adult. And I'm pretty sure the memory's going to start trickling in the more things that are being done here. But it's kind of like interesting how this situation is giving his mom a chance to right her wrongs that she did against him and to ask and to apologize for the behavior that she did while he was growing up. And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe that's why she had the dream of his dad, like she mentioned in episode 2 of his dad, and he was looking at her with like a stony face. And that is probably why. Because he was probably looking at her like that because they both were like in a position where she wasn't apologizing for like kind of like the trauma that she caused him as a child and as a young adult. And then he was so hell-bent on revenge, he couldn't see that the 2 men that he was trying to use, one of them was already catching on to his plan. So, like, it feels like technically the dad had a lot to do with this from above, from the heavens. Like, giving her a chance to rewrite her wrongs and then giving the son a chance to actually rest and be a kid again. And I'm like, y'all, like, that just came to me. Like, Kang-Ho just literally gets to be a kid again. He gets to have the childhood that was robbed from him until he gets his memories back. This is what the dream was about. Okay, so like correcting his childhood. And then once all the wrongs that was done in his childhood is corrected, then he'll get the memories back. I already feel it, y'all. That's how it's gonna go. I already feel it. But yeah, this episode was so good. And I'm glad that it's showing, like, it seemed a little crazy what she was doing, but it worked. So she know her son. Okay, I'll stand corrected. I thought she was doing a little too much. But he was moving them arms and them fingers and the whole front portion of his body. So now he's not paralyzed from the neck down anymore. He's probably paralyzed from the waist down now. Okay, so I see the vision she had. Okay, I see it. But yeah, that is my reaction to The Good Bad Mother episode 3. I am excited to see episode 4 here. because this is getting really good. It's going in the right direction. But I'm just not happy about the fact that Mi-Joo got conned and now she's gonna have to go back home. Oh, but that's for a reason as well, because Kang-Ho was there. And he doesn't remember what happened between them because he's 7. So that's the only memories he has from 0 to 7. And that's it. He doesn't remember anything else. So it's going to be interesting to see how she behaves once she sees him again. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. And then Sam-Shik, he said he's on a boat, but I'm pretty sure he's going to come back because, you know, everybody going back to their hometown. So situation and circumstances putting everybody back in that village for whatever reason. So we're going to see what's going to happen here. But yeah, like this is good. This is good. I like where this is going. So yeah, that's my reaction to episode 3 here. And I will be back for episode 4 reaction. But if you have stayed until the end of this video and you're watching this video on YouTube, do not forget to give this video a good thumbs up because that helps with the algorithm and helps get the video out to more people. And also don't forget to subscribe because as I mentioned, we are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. And of course, every day we get a whole heck of a lot closer to that goal. And a comment down below if you would like to as well. And if you're watching this video on Patreon, thank you so much for being a patron. I really do appreciate it. And I will continue to bring new content to both the patrons on Patreon and the YouTube subscribers relatively soon. And until the next video, whether it be a reaction or another type of video, I will see y'all then. Bye.